Hi, I was just curious, and if any of you currently are in a celebration mode in your life, things are going well, your job's going well, your relationships are going well, you love where you live, and yet people close to you are dealing with sorrow. Or the opposite, perhaps right now you're going through some struggles in your life, and people around you are celebrating the good things that are going on, and it's kind of challenging to be in the opposite energy of what you're currently experiencing. Well, I'm Carol C.C. Miller, your positivity trainer, peace activator, and global hugger. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today. Life gives us all sorts of experiences and emotions to go through. And as I say quite often, I can't control the world, but I can control how I react to it. And I was just thinking recently, I've had a few friends who are going through some pretty powerful struggles in their life. Now, they're people who know that they're going to get through it. They know that our challenges are things that allow us to really focus on what we do want. But it's still hard to watch people that you love go through those challenges. And what do you say to them? So I don't have all the answers to that, but I would like to talk about it today. And one thing I totally forgot at the top of the conversation is I'm a hugger, so if you want a virtual hug, put in your comments where you're joining me from. Put in your comments if you're going through a celebration and what you're celebrating, or if you're dealing with sorrow right now, so we can lift you up in both. I think the biggest thing that I would like to come across today is to know that we all have it. We all go through times of celebration. We all go through times of sorrow. And dimming your light because someone else is in a bad situation is not serving you, and it is certainly not serving them. Hi, Justin. It's good to see you here. Hi, Shelley. Ravi. Hello from Toronto. Big hugs to you. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, so it's the 4th of July here. It is America's birthday. I'm not really going to cover that, though, today, because that's not what I wanted to discuss. If you want to discuss that, we can discuss that, too. But I was thinking about my friends who are going through some challenges, and right now I've got a lot of good things going on. Now, does that mean that I don't have some challenges, too? Certainly. But right now, my main focus is on celebration of what is going well in my life. And as a positivity trainer, even when I'm walking through sorrow, I certainly focus my attention on the good things. But I want to give you an example. It's probably a little over a year ago. One of my best friends was in a brand new relationship, a romantic relationship. Everything was going so well. And I was just finishing up remnants, I should say, of releasing a relationship that I really knew was for my best to release, but I still didn't really want to release it. So it was challenging because I certainly wanted to be super happy for her while I was dealing with my own sorrow. It was also challenging for her because here she is in a happy space, yet she knows I'm in sadness. So it does happen. Life gives us all of these emotions. So we talked about it, and certainly I didn't want her to dim her happiness because I wasn't in that happy space myself. And life has ebbs and flows, so I knew my sadness wasn't going to last forever. But it's really, I would encourage you all to think about different people in your lives that may be struggling right now, or the people in your life who are celebrating, and send love to both. Send for the highest good for both to occur. Know that our challenges that we walk through really are there not as punishment, but more so as an experience, so we get to decide how we're going to go through. I would love to tell you I never get into victim mode, but I do. And because of the work I do, I notice it quicker, and I realize feeling like the world has done something to me, or a friend has done something to me, or a client or whatever. I know, first of all, it doesn't feel good to feel that way. And I also know it's not going to help me or help the other person who I feel victimized by staying in that space. So I do some work around it to be able to process it differently. Hi, Priscilla. Hello from Texas. What part of Texas are you in? Hi, Venki and Shelley from Maryland. I got people all over. This is great. So when I was talking about my friends, and it's like, how do you communicate with them at that time? Now, in September, we're going to be reading a book called, Option B by Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook, who lost her husband a couple years ago in tragedy. So her whole book is about how dealing with a tragic situation or just a sad situation. The book isn't necessarily about tragedy. Her story was tragic. But to really be able to approach people who are dealing with sorrow and help them through it rather than trying to dim your own light because maybe you're in a space of things are doing well for you. Because when we stop talking to each other about what's going on in our lives is when we start feeling disconnected. And really that's part of what I like about the show is to connect with people and remind them that they matter and to heighten celebrations and lessen sorrows. So if you're going through something right now that is bringing sorrow to your life, and here, like right now in America, we're celebrating the 4th of July. And some people may not feel like it's a celebratory time in their life. So while everybody's going to cookouts and picnics, there's some people out there who are feeling pretty lonely. How do we help them through it? How do we help each other through our challenges? How do we help each other celebrate? Because again, if you're feeling sorrowful, going through whatever challenge that you're facing right now, we all face them. When you're holding that space and wishing other people to not feel good because you're not feeling good, that's not helping you either. So the more that you can recognize how you feel, send yourself love, be gentle with yourself through the process. And when you see people who are celebrating, like, yes, please, I would like that too, rather than not wanting that person to have it. And as I mentioned just with my example with my girlfriend, where we are both on different spectrums of relationships, I absolutely wanted that for her. And she absolutely wanted me to heal and feel better as quickly as possible. So you can hold the celebrations for people, and you can hold people in sorrow and not join them in that sorrow, because the more you can elevate people and uplift them and support them on their journey, the better you'll feel too is when you're helping other people. At least that's in my experience. Does anybody have any questions as far as different things as far as sorrows and celebrations? Please ask, because when I guess my main thing I want to get across here, as you can tell, I did not rehearse or practice what I wanted to say today. It just came at the last minute, is to know that dimming your light because of other sorrow or the country's sorrow or the world's sorrow or a earthquake or any kind of tragic event that has happened is not serving you, and it is not serving them, and it is not serving the world. We're looking for people to step up and be shining bright, even through your sorrows. I don't want anyone on here to mistake me for positivity, to say to be happy and joyful and ecstatic when you're going through a hard time, because we all have them. I do ask that when you're going through that challenge and when you are at sorrow and when you are sad, to reach for a better feeling thought. It might be just that you're feeling a little less sad, but you need to honor those feelings, because as soon as you stuff them, they're probably going to come up to you again stronger and longer than had you just felt them and dealt with them at the first get-go. But I think for when you're dealing with somebody who's going through a struggle, because we don't know what to say to them, we often ignore them, or because we don't want to say the wrong thing. So no, just give them love. So, maybe you don't have the answers to what they're going through. I don't have the answer for a friend of mine right now who is dealing with a challenging work situation. I can tell her get a new job. I can give her some different suggestions about what's going on at work to help it. But in the end, it's still her experience to walk through. So I can be there in a loving space. And sometimes that loving space is just to give her space to deal with what she needs to do. Sometimes it's talking her through it. Sometimes it's just listening. But the more that we can see each other in each other. Like, I know I've had sorrow in my life. It wasn't that long ago that I had sorrow in my life. I know I'll have sorrow in my life again. I know I'll have celebrations in my life again. So the more that we can see the best in each other when we're in celebrations and see the best in each other when we're in sorrows, because our sorrows aren't a punishment. I promise you, it's not punishing you saying you've thought something wrong, you've done something wrong. It's just an experience. One of the things I like to think about when I'm going through a contrast, and I promise you, when I'm going through it, I don't necessarily want to be going through it, but I do know that that contrast is giving me the space to think about what I do want. When I catch myself really focusing on what I don't want, then it's like, oh, wait a second. So this doesn't feel good. I don't like this at all. So what do I want? And I slowly start reaching for a better feeling thought, a better feeling words, and better feeling actions to get me back into that happy space. I'm a firm believer if we did not go through contrast at all, we would start to take our celebrations for granted because we wouldn't have any comparison to a great day from another great day. And I think a lot of us think that people come onto Facebook and only share, it seems like they're either sharing the horrific stories in their life or their magical stories in their life. And sometimes people can think that the Facebook experience isn't real because they're only showing what's going well in your world. Well, when I share on my personal page, sometimes I share when I'm in sorrow, but it's usually saying, hey, I'm having a challenging day, send me love. I don't get into the story of it. And here is the reason I don't. And everybody needs to be themselves and do what works for you. But for me, if I'm asking for support, I want it to be from support from people who see the highest good for me, not just the people who want me to feel better. Because it's very easy when you share, like let's say you share a health challenge with someone. It's very easy for people to go into that worry state. And so because they're worried about you, they're sending out worrying energy around you. So when I share it, I ask for people to hold on to my highest good for me. And sometimes my highest good isn't what really I feel is my highest good, or otherwise that relationship would have worked out now, wouldn't it have? So it really is important to focus on the highest good for you. Know that it's okay to go through these rough spots in your life. Know that you can be having a happy, wonderful day or experience and still support those who are not having a happy and wonderful day, that they may be really challenged right now. So don't dim your light in order for others to shine brighter, because really when you dim your light, you're dimming theirs too. Be the light, shine brightly, be loving, be kind, be compassionate. Ask them, how can I help you? Maybe give them some suggestions, what's going on. If they're going through a loss, asking how you can help. They're so overwhelmed, they may not be able to come up with something. Say, I'll bring you dinner tonight. Come up with different things that you can do to help people. And ask them if they want your help. Maybe for them to get through their sorrow, they need space because they process it differently. So be okay with giving people space to be sad or disappointed too. But don't dim your light. If anything that you take away from this broadcast today is to shine bright. The world needs you to shine as bright as you can. You need you to shine as bright as you can. Your friends need you to shine as bright as you can. The ones who are celebrating right now want to see you celebrate. The ones who are in sorrow right now, they want to see you celebrate. They want to join you in celebration. Just right now, they're not in the space to be able to do it. But when you start dimming your light for other people, you're just dimming the light for everyone around you too. So I really encourage you, when we're going through challenging times in our own personal life or in the world or in the U.S. or wherever you're at right now, dimming your light out of fear is not going to bring more love into your space or into the space of the world. So shine bright, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with other people, and know that it's absolutely okay wherever you are in your life right now, whether you're having the best day or if you're really in a struggle right now. The more you can be gentle and loving, the quicker you're going to elevate yourself. And guess what? Even if you're having a great day, it could even be a better day. So keep focusing on what you want. Keep focusing on what you love. Keep focusing on kindness. Keep focusing on compassion. Keep focusing on hugs, of course. I'm all about the hugs. And do what you can to be the person that you want to see out there. Be the person that you want to see sharing good news. Be the person that you want to see who is consoling somebody who's going through a hard time. Be the person that you want to see, who is seeing the good in yourself and in others, because we really are in this together, whether we're in sorrow or whether we're in celebration. We're still all impacted with each other. So I really encourage you to shine bright. Know that if you're currently in a sorrowful space, it's not because you're a bad person. It's not because you're being punished for anything. It's just because it's a situation that you're going to get through. And ask for people to help you, your loved ones, or reach out to specialists if it's a situation where you need specialized help. But you're not in this alone. You're not in your celebrations alone. You're not in your sorrows alone. We're all in this together. So I really would love it for you to share you. Be bold and be brave and be courageous and be you regardless of what's going around you in this world. Be the one who is going to be that spark to light up other people around you. And they say, what is the saying? Misery loves company. Well, guess what? So does positivity. So be the one to help brighten someone's day. Be that one to brighten your own day. And it doesn't take big, monumental steps. It could be a smile. It could be a kind word. It could be a kind action. Certainly it could be a hug. Who knows what it could be? But just know that you really are a solutions provider. You have solutions for negative feelings and you have solutions for positive feelings. So I really would like you to focus on the solutions that you want to create more of in the world and be in that space as much as possible. Love yourself through the sorrows. Love your friends through the sorrows. Love your enemies through the sorrows. If you want to use the word enemy, I'm not sure that I'm a fan of that word, but be loving, be gentle, be kind, be you. And we're going to get through this together. The more that we celebrate each other and the more that we allow each other to move through our sorrows without judgment and time frames. Everybody gets through it differently. So, and everybody's sorrow is different for that matter. It's whatever you're experiencing. Even somebody's job challenges to the next person's job challenges are a different type of thing. So get out there, shine bright, be the best person you can be. Be gentle with yourself when you're not being your best. I promise you, I can beat myself up when I step out of my best, and then I have to go back into being gentle again. Hi, Anna. It's so good to have you here. Priscilla, weeping endures in the night, but joy comes in the morning. That's beautiful. So so just go out there, shine your bright light, love yourself through your sorrow, ask for help if you need it. Share it in a way that's going to empower you rather than bringing in people who are going to help make you feel victimized. And take care of yourself. Love each other up, because that's what we're here for, is to be connected. I'm a firm believer, if you feel connected, then you're not going to go out there and hurt others. Hurt people hurt others. So let's be those positive solution people, that we're loving up people in kindness and compassion so they don't need to react out in a fear place and space. So that's all I got for you today. It is the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America. Let's work on being the best and most beautiful that we can individually and create a better world for each other, moment by moment, thought by thought, word by word, and action by action. Remember, you matter. You matter to me, you matter to the world, and most importantly, you matter to you. So we'll talk again on Thursday. Right now, the web stuff that I use to be able to interview people is not working, but I'm planning on having Michael Lozier and John Iverty talking about the emotion code on Thursday, and we're going to talk about eating habits that we may have, and if there's any type of food that you're craving and addicted to that you'd like to get rid of, we're going to do 2 emotion codes on that on Thursday if the system that I use is up and working again. Otherwise, it'll just be me here chatting about something. So you go out there and have a great day wherever you are in this world, whether you're experiencing sorrow, whether you're experiencing joy. You matter. You deserve to be here. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.